Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play, or in this case, a brand new old Let's Play. Quackshot starring Donald Duck for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. This was the second Genesis/Mega Drive game I ever played for the channel, the first being Streets of Rage. And it was one of the very first games that I recorded on my old desktop that I no longer use. Matter of fact, I'm doing this on the Omen now, for one, and two, it was a long time ago. I first played this game back in 2013. I had a lot of fun with it. This game was fun to play after seeing several tool-assisted speedruns and wanting to play it legitimately on my own throughout the years. And in 2013, I finally took the plunge and did it. Well, it was fun for the most part. I was able to get through it rather well, even if my commentary wasn't the best at that time. I did mess up the audio levels on one of the episodes near the end, and I was never happy about that. And that was enough for me to want to replay this game with a much improved recording setup. And that's what I'm going to do now. So, we could look at this side-scrolling gameplay for a couple minutes longer. For a few minutes longer. Just to see what the game is about and to give us a little bit of a preview as to what we can do around here. But I think it's best if we just press start and press start again and press start a third time and then press start a fourth time to go to the game menu. You can start your game or you can select the options. All the options do is, besides give you a sound test, which is nice because there's some good music in here, you get to see your controls. The A button lets you run when you hold it and use it in conjunction with the control pad, left and right. The B button lets you shoot / attack, and the C button lets you jump. I'm not going to change it because it worked for me the first time. And there's really not much else to do here, so let's go ahead and start the game now. One day, Donald came across an old book in Uncle Scrooge's study. The title of the book was King Garuzia's Great Duck Treasure. According to the book, Garuzia was once the leader of a great duck kingdom. Just before he died, King Garuzia hid his most prized possession in a secret location. Tucked inside the book, Donald found a map showing clues to where the treasure could be found. "Wow!" Donald exclaimed. "If I could find a treasure like this, I'd be richer than Uncle Scrooge." I've said it before, I'll say it again, I cannot do Donald's voice to save my life in any sort of situation, and I'm not going to start now. But one of Pete's gang had been spying through the window and saw everything. Donald took the map with him as he started to head home. You can press the buttons A, B, C other than start to go through the text, by the way. Pete's gang chased after Donald and the treasure map. Donald could see an open manhole ahead and jumped over it, but Pete's gang all fell in. Complete with the little speech bubble with the word "ya" in it, because Japanese video game art in the 1990s, am I right? Well, at least the early 90s. Donald took Huey, Dewey, and Louie to the plane to take off on the great treasure hunt. Which means that Donald is more apt and more willing than Uncle Scrooge to take the boys anywhere. Trust me, I've seen enough episodes of DuckTales to realize that may not be the best of ideas. But just then, Daisy appeared. "Donald, where are you going? You're supposed to be at my house for dinner an hour ago." "Daisy, something very important has come up. I'm going to find something special for you, and I want it to be a surprise." "Donald, wait! Come back! Donald!" Donald and his nephews took off in their plane, leaving a furious Daisy behind. Moments later, Pete's gang flew after them in a plane of their own. I am getting Indiana Jones vibes out of what Pete is wearing. Just putting that out there. And as soon as we get through the story, we have 3 places to go to. We can go to them in any order we want. There's Duckberg, there's Mexico, and there's Transylvania. You use a control pad to switch the locations, and you press C to go to where you want to go. We are going to start with Duckberg. I could go to Mexico right now. Matter of fact, you're kind of expected to go there at the very beginning of the game. But you're better off going to Duckberg first. And you're going to find out why as we play through this. So, here we are in Duckberg. We are Donald. B shoots, C jumps, and holding A lets you run around. Down at the bottom of the screen, you have your heads-up display. Power is how much health you have left. You start with 5 units, but we can bring it up to a total of 8. Temper, I will explain momentarily. Donald, that is the number of lives you have left. The little yellow plunger down there next to Donald and the amount of lives you have is the current weapon that you have equipped. The little square to the right of that, we'll explain that later. And points is your score. I think you can get life off points. As a matter of fact, I remember getting lives off points. But I don't remember the point totals off the top of my head. So let's go ahead and not get horribly hurt as we do things. So by shooting the Pete's goons with the plunger, you just stun them for a little while. There are other weapons that allow you to get rid of enemies outright, but for now we're just sticking with the plunger because that's all we have. These chili peppers, they add an angry face to the temper gauge below. Collect all 5 of those peppers and we can do stuff that involves being invincible and running super fast. Also, you can hold up and press B to aim the plunger upwards to take out pesky airborne enemies, which is nice. The bird enemies will send bees at you if they manage to drop the beehives. You have boxing turtles, and of course you have Pete's goons with the guns. This guy just jumps in and out of the trash can, though I do think, yes, he does come back. So while you have a temper from eating 5 chili peppers, you're invincible, you can run through enemies, and you can go super fast, but it's only for a couple of seconds. Along the way, I managed to find a popcorn pickup. The popcorn is a multi-way shot that gets rid of enemies outright as opposed to stunning them with the plunger. I won't be using the popcorn for a little while. I'll be sticking with the plunger from here on in, at least for now. Also, we have an inventory and other things. There is another weapon that should be here, but we don't have it. Yeah, top part is your weapons, bottom part is your inventory. And we have 3 commands there. Use for using the item, look for looking at the item, and for calling the airplane. I will explain the third one, calling the airplane, when the time comes, which is going to be in less than a minute. So let's go ahead and get rid of the worms so that way they don't get in our way. Let's pick up the money bag for points. Let's try horribly at not getting shot. Because of course. And once we get past these 2 garbage cans and the 2 worms, we get to talk to this guy. You won't be able to continue much farther without the right tools to climb high walls. And we lay flat here. That square icon that I mentioned that we would talk about momentarily, yeah, that's where the flag indicator is. If you're near the flag, that icon will flash down there at the lower right-hand corner of the screen near the points. And from there, you can pause the screen. You can pause the game. Pause the screen. Pause the game while you're at the flag, and you can call the airplane. As a matter of fact, it will be automatically highlighted for you. You press C, you call the plane. Huey, Dewey, Louie, and show up in the plane. How they can pilot that plane is anybody's guess, but this is a Disney game on a Sega console. Anything's possible. So, we can't do anything in Duckberg for now. But if we do land in Duckberg, you're going to see why we went through Duckberg first. We end up back at the flag instead of back to the start. So we don't have to do all that platforming anymore. All that going from left to right just to meet this guy again. So let's go ahead and call the airplane. Press C once we have it highlighted. And from here, we can go back to Duckberg, which I've done already just for gameplay purposes. There's Mexico, and there's Transylvania. We could try to go to Transylvania, but not yet. We're going to go to Mexico. So let's select Mexico, press C. We can press start if you want, but I'd rather look at the plan go from left to right just to see what the Sega Genesis can do. And from here, we're shooting down cacti to stun them, so that way we can jump clear over them. We're doing horribly at being, when it comes to avoiding getting hit by the projectiles from Pete's goons. Some of these enemies do drop things like money and pickups, and you do want to make sure you get them. Also, even stunning enemies will give you points. And watch out in the quicksand. If you stay in it for too long, you will sink and you will lose a life. At least we have these blocks. The little crab in there, scorpion, what it may be. I'm thinking it's a scorpion. These things will toss these blocks up in the air, and you can use them to get past these patches of quicksand a little bit more easily. There we go. Now, we've made it through the first section, and it's parallax scrolling. And now we have the second section, with its parallax scrolling as well as an added sunset. Don't fall into pits, you will die. I really wanted that ice cream, but oh well. Definitely want to stun these guys. They will be a pain, especially if you let them drop what they have on you. And I am doing so bad at avoiding things. Now this platform, when we jump towards the pit, it moved towards us. So that made things easier. Also, the dynamite. It causes this explosive charge to follow you around. You don't want it to hit you. You will get burned and you will take damage if you do. If you let it. Yeah, some of these platforms, they will... Ow. Really? I can't believe I put myself in this position. Anyway, let's leap from a high height, and that will cause this thing, this platform, to move. All you have to do is move past this dynamite plunger, and you'll have that explosive charge coming at you, which I do not like. But at least I'm able to get past that guy. He tried to shoot at me. It did not work. And now we can go to the third section, which is just this big, empty expanse, as well as this woman standing in front of a pyramid. Donald, don't you know that you need a special key to go into these ruins? A team of explorers returned to Duckberg with it. It's called the Hero Key. Thank you, sweet senorita. And we plant the flag, and... yeah, I'm not sure if that dialect choice would fly today. Anyway, let's go ahead and call the airplane. I forgot I had that highlighted already. And we're going back to Duckberg. So, me doing Duckberg first was twofold. One of them was that, one, I didn't have to go through the stage ever again. And two, I could just land in Duckberg, go up to the guy that I planted the flag in front of for the key, and then I can get the key. Spoiler alert, this guy gives you the key. Hey, have you seen the hero key? I've got it right here. Are you a hero? I'm trying to be a hero. Then take it, and good luck. Donald takes the hero key. And we now have our first inventory item of the game. By highlighting the key, pressing C, choosing look, pressing C, it's the hero key. And then you get kicked back to the gameplay screen. Okay. back to Mexico. Just like with Duckberg, we don't have to do all that platforming and all that enemy fighting ever again, which is great, because I don't want to do it ever again. Although, do I want to? Oh, hey, I didn't even notice this. So, because I had less than 5 units of health, when I landed in Duckberg, my health went back up to 5 units. That is neat, and I did not know this the first time I played through the game. Let's keep that in mind as we go through places like Mexico and Transylvania. Speaking of Mexico, that's where we need to go. That's already been established. We need to go to Mexico. You can open this door if you use the hero key. And we select the key, we press C, we select use, we press C. Donald used it, we go in automatically, we never see that woman again. Now we need to avoid the fireballs. And if you're wondering how I'm sliding, you hold down, you press C. There you go. And you can change direction while you're sliding too. This is very useful because we'll be needing to do that very, very shortly. Wait for this fireball to jump up. Jump over here once it's down. And we need to wait for the opening in this ring of fire before we go up to the slope. Now, when we're on the slope, we will be moving downwards automatically. But if I keep tapping right here, I should be able to get there no problem. Now, this green block, it will be a pain in the butt. If you touch it while it's moving and not stunned, it will hurt you. I want to stun it so I can get this chicken, which will fully refill my health. I am now back to 8 units, and yeah, like I said, the green block hurts you if it's not stunned with the plunger. And now we need to use the block again to get up here. There are guys throwing torches. They're still hitting me no matter what I do. Avoid the fire. Avoid these guys. Get past them. Climb down this ladder with down. You can climb ladders with up and down when you're in front of them. Okay, you don't lead to anything. And I need to wait for this gap in the ring of fireballs so I can go down. Hopefully without being burned. And I need to move to the left, because if I move to the right, I'm going to land in the spikes. Thankfully, those spikes are not insta-kill, but I'd rather not touch them anyway. Let's go ahead and get the money. We're now 50,000 points even, which is nice. And from here, let's go in here and get some of the popcorn pickups. That will give us a multi-way shot. Well, we already had a multi-way shot. We just have more ammo for it. And we need to shoot these things again with the plunger, these green blocks, with the duck heads. So that way we can get over here. Manage to make that safely. Now this thing, it will crush you. And I was trying not to do that, and I accidentally did it anyway. Keep holding down and keep pressing C. You'll get through that, and you'll have more of these green blocks to utilize so you can climb your way up here. And okay, better. Wasn't high enough. These two fireballs, I can't believe I landed in one of them. They jump up and down in unison. You want to land between them, wait for them to jump up, and then you make your way over here. And from here, you make your way to where this place ends. Apparently, Goofy is in this pyramid in an Hawaiian shirt and shorts and a camera. He has a camera around his neck. Why? Because he's Goofy. Insert joke about this pyramid being a figurative and literal tourist trap here. Walk up to him to talk to him. Gorse, Donald. Swell to see ya. Goofy, what are you doing here? Oh, just looking around. I found this strange note. I don't know what to do with it. Do you want it? You bet. I also found this funny plunger thing. Maybe you shoot it at walls and things will help you reach high places. Yep. And And Gyro and Duckberg is looking for you. I had to stop myself because I usually pronounce that word as Gyro. And while Gyro and Gyro are both correct, that's not how you pronounce Gyro Gearloose's name. Donald takes the note and the red plunger. So, the yellow plunger, you only use it to stun enemies, and as you could obviously tell, you don't use it for very long. It doesn't stick to walls, it just stuns enemies, that's all it does. It's the weakest plunger in the game. It's the first of 3 you're going to get, and it quickly gets superseded by the red plunger once you make it into the pyramid in Mexico and you find Goofy. So what the red plunger does, it stays on the wall longer, and you can leap on it, and you can jump off the edge to make some higher jumps and reach some places you couldn't reach before, which is good because we're going to need it for Duckberg, because the guy we got the hero key from, he mentioned the wall, and he said that we were eventually going to have to scale it. And that's what we're going to be doing once we go back to Duckberg. So we need to be careful as we make our way through these little crawl spaces, so that way the blocks don't hit us. And on the way back, all the green blocks that you've seen before, they will be gone. They won't be in your way, and they won't be hassling you as you make your way back to the start of the pyramid. You don't get warped out once you talk to Goofy and you get the note and the red plunger. No, you have to make your way all the way back to the start and then go left just to leave the pyramid. And while you don't have the green blocks that in your way anymore, you still have the fireballs and you still have these guys. Thankfully, they were a little easier for me to deal with on the way back. Now to get past this ring of fire. Perfect. And now you're going to jump up and down, and I have the weight on you. Excellent. Anyway, I can just slide my way out of here just to get past that fireball. And now I'm back outside of the pyramid. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let me check my notes, because I do have my notes. Okay, I'm seeking something else then. Yeah, there's another area in the game with the crawl spaces. And one of them has a hidden area in the ceiling. I thought maybe I missed that on the way to Goofy and the red plunger and the note. But nope, I didn't miss anything as far as I can tell. So we have a note. It's right here. We highlight it, we press C, and we look at it. 1 sun, 2 moon, 3 star. Remember that for later. And if you use it, you get the same description. So you can use it or you can look at it. You'll get the same thing going on. And you'll get a clue to something. So now that we are done in Mexico, we can leave. And we can go to Duckberg. We will use a red plunger to scale the wall, but that will have to wait until the next video. So join me next time where we go back to Duckberg and we meet Gyro Gearloose. I did so well at Englishing, and now I can't English anymore. Great. And the fact that somebody is yelling at my neighbor's door at this moment in time is not helping much either. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!